You want a disciplined life, calm, focused, in control. But the daily reality is different. You're like Alex, who feels overwhelmed before the day even starts, stuck in cycles of procrastination and shame. This isn't a willpower problem. It's a systems gap. So this isn't another lecture. It's 12 specific identity-level systems to work on daily. They build the calm, focused progress you actually want, starting with the very first thing you do tomorrow. So the first daily work isn't a task. It's a 60-second mental ritual you do before you touch your phone. You consciously state who you are and what you value today. Research calls this an internal locus of control. It builds a buffer between you and the day's first demands. Without it, you start reactive, checking notifications, answering other people's agendas, and by 10 a.m., you're already in a shame cycle, feeling behind. This reset wires your brain to lead from your values, not just react to pressure. And that's the foundation for everything that follows. Now, you need a physical anchor. Discipline isn't just a thought, it's a motion. So you pick one tiny, non-negotiable action. A 5-minute walk. Making your bed. This is your keystone habit. It's small enough to bypass resistance, but it creates a cascade. Completing it wires your brain for success, making every next disciplined choice just a little bit easier. That's momentum. And tomorrow, we use it to protect your focus. Now, you have momentum, but focus is a muscle that tires. The third daily work is a scheduled attention reset. Set a timer for 25 minutes. When it goes off, that's not a break. It's a cue to consciously ask, am I still on my priority? And gently return. This tiny ritual trains your brain to notice distraction without shame and to choose focus again. It builds the endurance for deep work, and that deliberate return is the perfect lead-in to our next skill, handling the emotions that pull you off track. Now, you're focused, but what happens when frustration or anxiety hits? That's the fourth daily work. It's called emotional labeling. The moment you feel a surge, you simply name it to yourself. This is frustration. That single act creates cognitive distance. Neuroscience shows it dials down the amygdala's alarm, letting your prefrontal cortex, your decision maker, back online. You're not stopping the feeling. You're placing a label on it, which allows you to respond with intention, not react from panic. Make this a deliberate practice. Name 3 emotions as they arise today. It's how you build calm under pressure. And tonight, you'll use that clarity for your next piece of daily work. Now, you've named your emotions, but the friction that caused them is still in your environment. The 5th daily work is to treat procrastination not as a character flaw, but as a design problem. For 2 minutes tonight, ask, where exactly did I stall? Was it a confusing first step? A distracting notification? An unclear outcome? That moment of resistance is pure data. Your job is to engineer it away tomorrow. Move the charger, close the tabs, define the micro step. So the disciplined path is the easiest one. This turns willpower from a daily battle into a system you debug, and it leads directly to the next reframe. You've cleared the friction from your environment, but the task itself can still feel like a mountain. The 6th daily work is a cognitive trick. It's the shift from, I must finish this report, to, I will open the document and write 1 sentence. Your brain resists a huge, vague obligation, but it barely notices a trivial first step. Once you're in motion, the psychological barrier falls away. This is the principle of behavioral activation. You don't need the motivation to finish. You just need the discipline to start. And that momentum, however small, is what your shame interrupt protocol protects next. You've reframed the task, but a mistake or a harsh inner critic can still trigger a shame spiral. That feeling of, I'm failing as a person. The 7th daily work is a shame interrupt protocol. It's a pre-written, compassionate fact you deploy the moment you feel that wave of self-condemnation. For example, a setback is data, not identity. You say it out loud. This isn't positive thinking. It's a cognitive wedge that stops the emotional hijack. By verbally countering the shame story with a neutral fact, you prevent the derailment. You preserve the day's momentum for what comes next. Behavioral economists call it present bias, our brain's tendency to overvalue immediate comfort and undervalue future rewards. The 8th daily work is a simple countermeasure. Make one small decision explicitly for your future self. It could be prepping your coffee maker tonight, or saving a difficult email draft for tomorrow morning. This tiny ritual builds temporal continuity, the felt connection between you now and you later, which research shows reduces procrastination and builds an identity anchored in long-term agency. You've protected today's momentum from shame. Now, the next discipline is about protecting your most finite resource, your mental energy. You've been making decisions for your future self. Now, treat your mental focus like a finite resource to be strategically invested. Think of your peak energy hours as your high-yield assets. That's when you schedule your most demanding, creative, or analytical work, the tasks that give the greatest return on your focus. Then, deliberately assign your lower energy tasks, administrative work, routine replies, organizing, to your natural slumps. This isn't wasting time. It's portfolio management. By consciously allocating your energy instead of spending it reactively, you prevent depletion and build a foundation for sustainable, high-performance days. You've been strategically investing your mental energy. But willpower is a finite resource that depletes with use, not a muscle to be strained until it snaps. The 10th daily work is to schedule your recovery before you feel depleted. This isn't laziness. It's a tactical defense against decision fatigue, which research shows erodes judgment and self-control. Define a non-negotiable ritual: a 5-minute walk without your phone, 90 seconds of focused breathing, or simply staring out a window. The key is to make it deliberate and disconnected from work. This short, scheduled reset acts like a system reboot, replenishing your cognitive reserves so you can return to your priorities with clarity, not just stubborn endurance. You've been strategically restoring your energy. But progress isn't just about pushing forward. It's about closing the loop. The final daily discipline is a brief, non-judgmental evening review. Instead of a harsh critique, you ask 2 simple questions. What worked today? This highlights your effective strategies and small wins, building evidence for your capable self. And what can I adjust? This frames missteps not as failures, but as friction data for tomorrow's system. This transforms self-criticism into systematic learning. It's the compassionate feedback loop that makes improvement steady and shame-free. And this daily review sets the stage for the most crucial work of all, the story you tell yourself about who you are becoming. You've been closing each day with compassionate accountability. But there's one final, crucial piece of work left. It's a simple narrative act. Before you sleep, consciously identify one small win or effort from your day that aligns with the person you're becoming. This isn't just positive thinking. It's grounded in narrative psychology. The stories we tell ourselves literally shape our identity. By narrating that one disciplined choice, you wire your brain to perceive itself as capable and consistent over time. You are the author of your own story. And when you stack these stories day after day, you build something unshakable. So this isn't a checklist of 12 separate chores. It's a single, integrated system. Each practice reinforces the others, building the neural architecture of someone who is calm and focused under pressure. The transformation isn't in mastering all 12 tomorrow. It's in the compound return of showing up for just one. Choose one. Start it tomorrow, and let the daily work of building that identity begin.